All right, ladies and gentlemen, the magic number is 16, as we got 16 more days into the 2024 NFL Draft. It is Tuesday, and we got sports to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Real to Sports podcast. All right, man. Thank you so much for being here with us on this Tuesday night, wherever on planet Earth you are right now, man. Whether you're watching via cell phone, laptop, iPad, or desktop, whatever it is, man. We are the Real Sports Podcast, your destination for real analysis and opinions on anything and everything sports related. You can follow us on all social media platforms, and you can join our sports group on Facebook, and it's called the Real to Sports Group. We are going basketball heavy tonight. And speaking of basketball heavy, representing the three-time NBA champions, the Philadelphia 76ers, ladies and gentlemen. Philadelphia 76ers is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the pride of Philadelphia, and he is Philadelphia's favorite son. He is PCW's own Philly G.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Look, I'm not dressed for the occasion, but Philly, we still in the building.
The
Go
Phillies.
Phillies and go Sixers. Go Flyers, y'all already know.
Let's go, Philly. Philadelphia's favorite son is in the building, representing the Queen City, Buzz.
Hey, bro.
Representing the Charlotte Hornets. He's still Oklahoma State's alumni and Las Vegas Raiders, three-time Super Bowl champion Las Vegas Raiders. But he represents them Charlotte Hornets down there in Charlotte, North Carolina. He is the king of predictions and anointed Mr. Episode. He is Mr. Young Mark.
Hey, what's going on, man? We got a great show planned for you guys tonight. Got a lot of great sports to talk about. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. I actually have something very nice to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Oh,
They all the mark, right?
I'm coming,
man.
Elizabeth. Oh, Lord.
It's funny, man. You go to on the mark because I might as well do it to him. Give it to him now, Mark.
All right, man. Let's do it.
Young Mark. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Young Mark has been doing his thing on the mark. He's been doing his thing. He's been bringing it. I remember he started off. He had the heebie-jeebies. Oh my!
You gotta say it like that, man.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
my best friend.
That Joker was
down.
Man, that Joker was more nervous. He was more nervous than a hooker in church. he was nervous. But man, he's been knocking it out of the park each and every week on Tuesday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I reveal to the world the new logo for On the Mark.
Appreciate you, man.
The Mark, man. You deserve it. You deserve it.
That John Cole.
You deserve it.
Hey, Philly G's got the Flyers colors, don't you?
Yeah, dude. Baby, yeah.
In honor of Young Mark, man, again, man, on behalf of Real Sports Podcast, man, you've been putting in your work. You've been putting in the work. You've been bringing us that UFL, CFL, NCAA, whatever you name it. You've been putting in the work. And when you put in hard work like that, you get rewarded. So,
that's my boy.
Man, yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, way off here. Way off. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. So speaking of Young Mark, and you got another surprise here coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. We got the UFL news coming from our very own Mr. Young Mark. The new On the Mark, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Young Mark, you got the keys?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. On the Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
All right, man. I appreciate your host. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Tuesday night, and y'all know what that means. This is the part of the show where we kick things in a high gear, and we bring you the latest and greatest from the world of football outside of the NFL. Welcome to another edition of On the Mark. I'm your host, yours truly, Young Mark. Without any further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Man, the UFL Week 2 carried the momentum from Week 1 and gave us a lot of great football. Started things off in the nation's capital with my favorite UFL team. I'm a lifelong DC Defenders fan. We've never lost a game at Audi Field in the history of our franchise, and we ain't going to start today. The DC Defenders finally got a win in the 2023 season. They beat the Houston Roughnecks by a final score of 18-23. Jordan Teyamu did his thing. He kept the team alive. It's funny, when we got rid of that player that Philly G hated, who did that despicable act in Week 1, we started winning football games. Something about Philly G and my favorite teams. Whenever he come around, we start winning. I don't know what that is. Shout out to Reggie Barlow and the DC Defenders on getting a great win on Sunday. Moving on, man. The UFL came, they delivered. We had another great game, this time between the San Antonio Brahmas and the Memphis Showboats. This game went down on Saturday. And man, like they say all the time, bro, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. Going into the fourth quarter of this game with a minute left to go, San Antonio was down 16-0. 16-0. They came back. Memphis scored a field goal to go up 19-0. And literally with less than a minute left, San Antonio got hot. The quarterback, Chase Gabbers, went off, and the San Antonio Brahmas got the come from behind win, 20-19. They scored a touchdown late, and using the unique rule of the UFL, instead of doing an onside kick, whenever you're down or tied in the fourth quarter, you can go for the make it, take it, which is a 4th and 12 from your own 25-yard line. San Antonio converted. They went to the good old Louisiana boy, Mr. Kirkland. He 4th and 12, and they had to have it. He got it. Then they marched right on down the field. Chase Garbers threw a go-ahead touchdown, and the game was over. So you always love to see a former Raider leading the team to victory, man. It made my heart smile.
Let's go, Marcel.
Hey, bro, shout out to Chase Cookis, man.
Yeah.
Chef Cookis was cooking, man. He did everything he could. Memphis still is trying to find their running game, and I feel like once they find that, they'll be good to go. But hats off to San Antonio, man. They just find ways to win. They refuse to lose, and you love to see it. Now, this next game wasn't as good as some of the other ones, but it was still a good game. We had the Birmingham Stallions improving to 2-0, that's Toast's favorite team. They win on the road at Michigan 20-13. The Birmingham, they say if you have two quarterbacks, you really have none. Lou Holtz said, to hell with that. He is making it work with his two quarterbacks. Adrian Martinez, I swear, every time he gets in the game, that man just reminds me of 2022 Jalen Hurts. He's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the arm talent. If they can develop him, man, I don't know if they would start him or if they might trade him somewhere else, but he's really good. Matt Corral is coming along very nicely. He's still getting acclimated to the game at the pro level. But for somebody who hasn't played meaningful football in 2 years, he's doing really well. On the Michigan side, and this is where I'm going to say something nice about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I say this with no shade and no animosity at all. The 2024 Michigan Panthers really remind me of the 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers when they had Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada at the helm. The offense isn't dead in the water like the Jets, but it's so bland and so ineffective that it just puts you to sleep. They occasionally catch a spark and go on for a big touchdown every now and again like they did on Saturday. But when your best offensive player is your kicker, Jake Bates, something is wrong. They really, in my opinion, need to get something going on offense, whether it's like a wide receiver breaking out or getting, something more from the running game or the quarterback position. I don't know what it is. They're just missing offense in Michigan. But shout out to Jake Bates again. He made a 64-yarder to win the game last week. This week he made a 62-yard field goal. The dude is yet to attempt a kick that was less than 50 yards, and he's made every kick he's tried. So I definitely feel like if he keeps this up, especially if he gets a game like the elements, like the rain or something outside, and he still performs at the level he's been performing at, I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be on an NFL roster pretty soon.
Damn right he is.
And before I get to the last game, one more note about that San Antonio game. I hate to bring down the mood a little bit, but I got to be honest with y'all for a minute. As football fans, you see these commercials and you hear coaches talking about it all the time, this new heads-up football movement, seeing what you tackle, practicing form tackling and trying to take your head out of being in the down position when you're going for a tackle. Unfortunately, we see the reason why the NFL and why youth football has been pushing for it. The star kicker for the Brahmas goes by the name of Destroying. He's a very viral YouTube sensation. He unfortunately broke his neck in multiple places on Saturday. He went for a tackle and a kickoff, took a good angle but had some bad form and fractured his neck. But similar to Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, he finished the football game with a broken freaking neck. So my hats off to him. My hats off to him. I wish him a speedy recovery. You never want to see a player get hurt, especially like him. But I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be back pretty soon here, kicking for the Brahmas and hopefully getting a shot at the NFL pretty soon. Now, let's get to the main event, shall we? This was the game of the year so far in spring football. It went down Saturday night in St. Louis in front of a spring football record 40,000 rabid Battlehawk fans. AJ McCarron and the St. Louis Battlehawks got the win. They knocked host favorite quarterback Luis Perez to 0-2 on the season. Man, Luis can't catch a break. This time it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. Don't you start that. It wasn't his fault. Luis Perez went 21-29, 233 and a touchdown. He played phenomenal. Hey, bro, he played phenomenal, but in the end, it wasn't enough. As the Battlehawks beat the Renegades 27-24. Shout out to my man, Lindsey Scott Jr. I wish my boy Deuce was here. Lindsey Scott Jr. scored the first touchdown of the game. That name might sound familiar if you're a longtime fan. The Last Chance U on Netflix. He played for East Mississippi Community College while the show was filming there. And most importantly, and I know Deuce is going to smile when he hears this, he hails from the hallowed grounds of Zachary, Louisiana. And if you know anything about the history of football, some pretty big legends, one of them being by the name of Doug Williams, came from the hallowed grounds of Zachary, Louisiana. So nice to see Zachary, Louisiana still out here making plays on the football field. You love to see it. But y'all know I couldn't come on here and not talk about my boy. As you see on the show, ladies and gentlemen, whenever the Pittsburgh Steelers link up with an old cowboy from Oklahoma State, magic just happens. I don't know what it is. We had two breakout players from St. Louis that just took this game over. Starting with my man, Mateo Durant. Hope I said my man's name right. I don't want to butcher it. This man went off. He had 14 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown. He was going bananas on that Arlington defense. And then my main man, my boy Marcel Aitman from the Oklahoma State University, one of the best wide receiver universities in the country. My boy went off. Marcel had 4 catches, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. My boy is healthy for the first time in a long time, and it is showing. He's eating these dudes up in the UFL, and I definitely would not be surprised if my boy is back on the NFL roster. Oh, and by the way, just in case you need a little bit of extra icing on the cake, not only did he go to the Oklahoma State University, the greatest university on God's green earth, he is a former draft pick and a former member of the Silver and Black, the greatest organization in the history of professional sports, the Las Vegas Raiders. We love to see a former Cowboy, but we especially love a former Raider doing his thing. And shout out to my boy Marcel Aitman. He is out there dominating this league.
Marcel, he eating, bro. He is eating.
Hey, bro, out here mossing dudes.
MVP right now? MVP right now?
He got competition. He's got competition. I would love to crown him.
Top 3.
But his quarterback is showing out also. Like AJ, when AJ put that takeover on, that man is a problem. But low key, I wouldn't be surprised. I kid you not. This might sound bananas to traditional football fans, but to be real, if Jake Bates keeps up the performance he's been having this season, I don't see why he couldn't win MVP. The dude is kicking 60-plus yard field goals with ease, man. So between Marcel, Jake Bates, and AJ McCarron, those are probably my top 3 candidates for MVP this year. But my boy Marcel doing his thing, you love to see it. But that's it for On the Mark this week. I will see you guys in 2 weeks on the 23rd. I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus next week. Going to step away for a minute and just enjoy football as a fan. But we will be back and better than ever on the 23rd with more UFL action. So you already know where to come back to keep it locked to get more of that spring football information. But that's On the Mark. Back to you, host.
Yes, sir. Check it out, Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
I appreciate that, host. For those who don't know, that really hits my heart because in Oklahoma State, Pistol Pete get to firing them guns every time we score a touchdown. So I appreciate that. Man.
That was for the pistol.
Shout out Pistol Pete, the best mascot in the world.
Let him get it, Philly. John Stover.
Who's better than Pistol Pete? It definitely ain't Big Al.
It's the Philly Fanatic. You're right.
Yeah, Big Al don't really do too much. He don't really do too much.
But Pistol Pete, though, bro. Pistol Pete be doing it, man.
Yeah, he's more in the. Yeah, they get Pete more into the thing.
I'm gonna say the Philly Fanatic because he's more involved with the fans.
That's true too. Philly Fanatic. Yeah. Back in the day, with my braids. Back in the day, we ain't got no mascot, but back in the day with my braids, it was Chief Nakahoma. Chief Nakahoma.
That's tough.
I thought he was trying to say Shinsuke Nakamura. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, the King of Strong Style was our mascot? Crazy.
Come on! I could see that, and then doing the whole chop thing and everything.
Yeah.
The boys back at home probably looking like, did he just chop?
Shout out to the UFL, man. Like I said, I'm a fan, man. The UFL is off the chain. Marcel Aitman's been eating.
Waiting for those game extensions.
Basically, hey, that is good football, man. Every single game is so entertaining. And I'm telling you guys, you NFL guys, I'm telling you, I didn't want to. I was stubborn. But I watch it, man. I'm telling you, UFL is off the chain.
It's very
interesting. Off the chain. Yeah, bro. Every game I watched so far has been just straight all the way balls to the wall, entertaining from field to field. I mean, from post to post, bro. It's been good. It's been really good, and the refs let these guys play.
For the most part,
yeah, they let them play. They let them go, man. It's been some exciting stuff. So
I wish they would have done that week 1 with DC, but Philly G said no. So
they stopped that. But DC is good though. Now, that game we just seen, I text you. I say, "Yo,
nah,
don't spit on.
We got lucky. I ain't gonna lie to you, host. We got a little lucky. I think
he did.
I think Arlington gonna get us next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, old dude, he toasted them. But I mean, if it weren't for that strip, though, that strip, I was like, oh,
gone.
Yeah, but the tide turned when he got that strip, though. See, and that's when he got the momentum swing. But they held on. So shout out to DC for holding on, man. And again, man, we appreciate Young Mark for hitting us with the UFL news, man. UFL news, man. We're gonna miss you, man. It's gonna be 2 weeks without it. Damn.
You gonna have Philly G.
I'm gonna have to do on the mark.
Go for it.
Nah, man.
Let them know.
On the host with old host is what you buy. Oh man! Shout out to John Stover. John Stover up in the live. John Stover, man. Bring Street back. Bring him back. Drag his ass back here. We gotta do what you gotta do. Come on back home. Come on back home.
I miss my my rival brother.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Bring him on back, man. Stop out that bud. All right, man. The talk of the town. Well, one of the talk of the town. Let's get to this. We're basketball heavy tonight. 2 basketball things tonight. We are basketball heavy. And the first one, of course, the women of South Carolina. The South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. They beat Iowa 87-75 to win its 3rd NCAA Women's Championship. The Gamecocks, Tessa Johnson had 19 points, and Camila Cardoza had 15 as the team smothered Iowa's hope for its first championship title. It was the final game in the college career of Iowa Hawkeye star Caitlin Clark, who broke Division I scoring records for both women and men, and who's going to the WNBA draft. She had 30 points. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley was overcame with emotion and tears after the win. She said this, and I quote, "I'm so incredibly happy for our players." Staley said, "It doesn't always end like you wanted to end, much like last year. It was Iowa that knocked South Carolina out of the tournament last year, beating them in the Final Four. But since then, South Carolina has not lost the game. I am super proud of where I work. I'm super proud of our fans. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's unbelievable," Staley said. With the win, South Carolina had the 10th perfect season in the history of Division I women's basketball. Staley, after accepting the trophy along with her team, congratulated Iowa for the incredible season, and she singled out Clark. "I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport," Staley said. "She carried a heavy load for our sport, and it's not going to stop here on the collegiate tour. But when she is the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft, she's going to lift that league up as well. So Caitlin Clark, if you're out there, you are one of the GOATs of our game, and we appreciate you," Staley said, using the acronym for the greatest of all time. Wow. First of all, let's start with the champs. Undefeated, 38-0, perfect season. Holy shamoly. That is a major accomplishment for the South Carolina Gamecocks, Lady Gamecocks. But my question, let's go up to Philadelphia's favorite son himself, Philly G, Dawn Staley. Do you think Dawn Staley is one of the greatest coaches now of all time?
And before you answer that, bro, I need you to answer this unbiasedly. Because we know how you get when we start talking about people from Philly. All right?
Yes.
Answer this unbiasedly, sir.
Good one, sir. Good one, Mr. Episode.
So with that being said, unbiasedly, I honestly believe in women's basketball. She's one of the greatest. Real quick to say, yes, it's great to see a Philly legend rise like a phoenix. You feel me? Or a gamecock, if you will.
Right.
I'm not being biased, guys. I'm sorry. She is
I mean,
one of the greatest.
Got you with Bobby Knight and Don Chaney, Nolan Richardson. The list goes on.
My guy, I don't want to butcher his name, but my guy at UConn, he's one of the greatest too.
Oh, Gino, yeah, absolutely,
Gino,
absolutely.
Is she? But like when you're talking about Dawn Staley, this woman has turned a program around. She's definitely up there with one of the greats.
Oh, yeah.
Title wise, probably have a long way because you got Gino out there with 11, I believe, or 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that argument, but you look at records. Like for me, I personally look at records and how you change a team around, or what did you do to make this team great. That's what's going to make her one of the greatest, and why I feel like she is currently one of the greatest. So yes, she's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh yeah, hands down.
A dynasty has been born.
That's it. I believe so, bro.
Yeah,
I believe so. By them going to the Final Four last year, and then by winning the championship now, it is growing. But missed the episode. Don Chaney, Bobby Knight, Nolan Richardson, Rick Pitino. The list goes on for college coaches. But not even as a woman, goddammit, just a coach. Is she one of? Can you put her up there?
Before I answer that question, I just want to start off by congratulating Coach Staley and South Carolina on their championship. As we know, winning a championship on just about any level of sport is incredibly difficult.
Yes, sir.
And for her to go 2 out of 3 with it is definitely phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
I think it was kind of like the perfect storm for her this season because they were undefeated, but they were also flying under the radar. All the attention was on Iowa with Caitlin Clark, and then her rivalry with Angel Reese, and all eyes on the women's college basketball landscape were kind of on those 2 schools. Then here's South Carolina over here just chilling, racking up wins, just waiting for their opponent. So you add flying under the radar on top of Iowa knocking them out of the big dance last year. They definitely came out hungry and were looking for revenge, and they got it. So my hat's off to them and congratulations for that. But to answer your question, I say this with every ounce of respect that I have in my body. She has the potential to be one of the greatest, but she's not even close yet. And the reason that I say that is because, just looking in the women's game, the 2 undisputed GOATs of women's college basketball, when you're talking about coaching, are the late, great Pat Summitt and Gino Auriemma at UConn. Pat Summitt, over 1,000 career wins at Tennessee, 8 championships. Gino Auriemma, well over 1,000 career wins. He has over 1,200 wins and 11 championships. So as a wise man once told me, the standard is the standard. And I understand Dawn is doing a great thing. She's a 3-time champion, won 2 out of the last 3. But when you start talking about the GOATs, especially of women's college basketball, she's still got a little ways to go, in my opinion, before she reaches that status. And that's no disrespect to her. That's just more of a nod to the 2 undisputed legends that came through before her, in Pat Summitt and in Gino Auriemma. But I feel like at the end of the day, she might enter the conversation, but right now, no. Respectfully, she's not even close.
Not even close, but she won that championship undefeated. Something Pat Summitt ain't never done.
But she did. But again, when you talk about the greatest, this is not to go too far off topic, but this would be like me being an Oklahoma State fan trying to tell you and Philly G that Mike Gundy deserves to be in the GOAT conversation with Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. What Philly G go to every time when I bring up that kind of argument? How many championships have you won? How many wins do you have? So we're looking at career wins. Dawn Staley, let me see. She has, in her coaching career, 574 wins and 186 losses. That's roughly half of what Pat Summitt and Gino Auriemma have, and she's already had more losses in her career than Gino has ever had in his head coaching career. So just comparing the two undisputed Titans in that regard, she's not there yet. But like I said, she has the potential to get there, no doubt. But not right now.
Okay. Fizzy, you had something? I got to rant a little bit.
I mean, yeah, me too. What I was gonna say was, I've always told you that. Of course, I ain't gonna deny it. I've always said that. But the thing is, she got more championships than Gundy, so that's why she's in the
Hey,
conversation.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
So I'm just saying, you know,
You ain't got to do me like that, man.
I mean, but you said the standard, right? She got championships. Gundy does not. She has wins. Gundy has wins too, but I mean, come on, bro. She's one of the greatest of all time, and she's on her way. And if she's not there, she will be on her way to that.
Yeah.
Pat Summitt and Gino had their time, 8 and 11 championships. That's beautiful. But like host just said, like, you know, how many seasons had they had when they were undefeated?
I can look that up. Hold on.
You can.
Now, Pat Summitt never had undefeated.
Gino had. Gino had at least.
Yeah. Gino had a bunch of them.
Yeah,
Word.
He had at least 5 to 10 of them out of those 11 championships.
Yeah, word.
But,
Gino was cleaning up, dominating for years.
One of my favorite players came out of his team, host.
So,
me too.
To answer that question, the Huskies have done it 6 times.
6 times.
That's why he's up there.
Dang.
That's incredible.
That's a Kevin Hart damn.
Yeah.
Pat Summitt has one also.
She does.
Let's see. She won 3 straight championships, and one of those was a 39-0 season.
Okay, so that's why Pat Summitt is to me, the all-time great. That's why Gino is right behind her. Because she started it, Gino came. Gino got a little bit more accomplishment, but yeah, you know, and I agree with you, Mark. With some things, your opinion is not off, but you got to put her in the.
You disagree with Mark? Is that what you're saying? You disagree with Mark?
Yeah, because you gotta put her up there, bro. You gotta
tables have turned.
Yeah. Thank you, host.
You gotta put her up there.
The Undertaker showing up, but yeah.
Word, boom, hit the gong on him, gong. You gotta look at it like this though. She's turned that South Carolina. She turned that whole school around and made them believers now.
Yeah.
I
will give her that.
They are relevant now. They are very relevant.
When she left Temple and went to South Carolina, Carolina was like at the bottom of the barrel.
Yes, sir.
In the SEC, because I believe when she first started South Carolina, Coach Summitt might have still been coaching. I'm not entirely sure, but
I think
they were definitely at the bottom when she got in there. She turned them around. So I salute her for that. I'm not taking anything away from her when I say what I say.
Yeah, I know you're not.
Still got a little ways to go in the journey.
Like I said, I kind of get where you're going with it. I'm going to put her there now because you can see, and she's giving Caitlin Clark a whole lot of props about changing the game, but she's changing the game as well. Her and the Gamecocks alone has brought excitement and eyes to women's basketball. She's on a collegiate level. All right, so she has some of her hands in that part too. And also she's one of the greatest. And also she led a team, Olympic team, to a gold medal.
Yeah, she got a ton of medals.
Oh yeah, and one of the greatest WNBA players of all time.
She played for the Charlotte Sting, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So
when that was still a thing.
When it come down, I know, right? Whoa. When it come down to basketball, right? When it come down to basketball pedigree, you know, if you want to go on a women's level, Dawn Staley is there. She is. I'm with you, Mark. I won't put a pedestal on her yet. Right now, she's waving in the top 10. She's in that mix. We got Pat Summitt and we got Gino up there. Those top 2. But I say Don Chaney and Nolan Richardson and all those guys after that. But she's definitely in the top 10. This right here solidified. Undefeated. That's kind of like that boosts you from like 20 all the way into 10. because you go undefeated in the season is something difficult to do. You win a national championship. You went to the Final Four last year, so you're building. But I agree with you too, Mark. I wouldn't crown her just yet as the greatest of all time. No. But that undefeated really boosted her, like a hell of a boost. So,
I said one of the greatest, not the greatest. But
yeah. One of. And just like she's one of the greatest WNBA players of all time, man. But
exactly.
So, Caitlin Clark.
She's
She's going to the draft. Huh?
I don't care if she's going to the draft. She got away with a foul, very aggressive foul at that.
Oh, she got away with a foul?
You didn't see her push that girl in the middle. It was like early in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They ain't gonna fly in WNBA.
They got a lot of. That game was very intense. They got a lot of. Iowa got a lot of cooking in that game.
And then they got cooked.
Yeah, exactly. I was a little skeptical. I'm like, damn, man, what are they calling? These bad calls. But anyway, Caitlin Clark is going to the WNBA draft. And again, she is one of the most exciting basketball players in the women's basketball. Man, she has really, like Don said, she's really put eyes on women's basketball. Something that we have said on the show before. So I'm really excited. I like Caitlin Clark. I like her game, man. That girl, she was hitting threes like Steph Curry. Those fadeaway 3-pointers. She was balling, man. And the sky's the limit for her. The WNBA better look out, because the way she is now, we can possibly have in maybe 10, 15, 20 years the next leading scorer in WNBA history, Caitlin Clark.
We could.
We can have that, because the girl she's putting up sick numbers. So what do y'all think about Caitlin Clark, man? What do you think about Caitlin Clark?
I think her head kind of got big going into the game. I'm just being real. This is not a rant of hate or anything like that. Surprisingly, I'm not a big fan of her or Angel Reese, guys.
Me neither.
You're not a fan of Angel Reese?
She can't shoot.
Okay.
That's can of worms are not going to open, Mark.
Word. Yeah, she can't shoot, bro.
It's not even about that, host. It's more so like, yeah, you play with attitude. I get that. But don't be so cocky when you're winning, and then be humble all of a sudden now when you see your team getting smacked around.
True.
Then again, I'm a fan who has their emotions. But anyway, Caitlin Clark, that's the one thing I would say she has to work on. I think that she did good, though, this year.
Drew to the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
I remember people were saying leading into that game, I had told Mark, and one of my guys, Chris, was here during that time when the game was on. I had said, oh, they're saying that she's been hot. She about to get cooled down tonight. I mean, she went off for 30. She did her job. Her team just didn't have enough dog mentality, as host likes to point out. You got to have some
dog.
Yeah. Not that again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to have them.
I don't call them gamecocks, though. I call them game dogs, because that's what they were.
Yeah,
out there to win.
Pack of wolves. Sure did.
Yeah. They became this pack of wolves to take down this big wolf named Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I agree with Philly G all the way.
Caitlin, like you said, definitely going to be number one. I'm excited to see what she does in WNBA. I'm excited to see where that league goes. Hopefully there's some extended teams that come out of that. Hopefully Philly will get one. But
all right.
We're staying focused on Caitlin Clark. She's gonna be fine. We just got to work on the attitude and really how she's playing. Because, like I said, that can turn into fights in the WNBA. It turn into a big fine. Stuff like that. You don't want to be an Erica Cambridge, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know exactly.
Don't do my girl Liz Cambage.
I
like
like
that.
her. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan. I
Oh,
follow her on Instagram.
I
She's pretty
gotta
cool.
defend. I gotta defend the mother of my child. Hold up.
The mother of your child.
Sprig it, bro.
Hey,
Sprig it.
Hey, bro.
I
Liz
didn't know you had
Cambage just
kids.
had interest. She just had interest outside of basketball. That was her downfall. It wasn't because she was talking junk. Aja Wilson talk a lot of junk, and she back it up on the court.
True.
It's. I don't know why it's so taboo for people to see women in it, especially in a competitive atmosphere like basketball, get a little stank on their attitude and start talking some junk. I mean, dudes will talk junk to their partner over a game of 2K. So I mean, I don't see what's so bad about women like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese talking their stuff.
I don't see nothing bad.
I say it for both genders though. It's not just the women. It just so happens that this subject is about women's basketball. Yeah. I do it for both sides.
It's entertaining.
No you overdoing it.
We haven't seen the last, of course, of the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. We haven't seen the last of it.
It'd be funny if they end up in the same conference.
So be on the same team? Well, they ain't gonna be on the same team. I don't know.
So you don't want your boys down in Bama. You don't want them talking junk to Auburn players.
No, you don't need none of that. You don't need none of that. You play for Alabama. You are the standard.
And you from where?
I'm concerned.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, baby.
Have you ever met a Philadelphia sports fan that's opposed to talking junk?
Oh man.
I didn't say I was opposed to it now. Just don't overdo it.
How does she overdo it? She ain't get personal. She ain't like hit below the belt or nothing like that. They want some like Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher level beef. They were just talking junk on the court.
Oh damn, Bart. That's personal.
No, like I'm genuinely asking because like when you consume a lot of sports talk shows like I do, and a lot of sports podcasts, this subject has come up a lot, and like I just don't understand people's opposition to these young women talking their stuff. Like again, they're not talking about somebody's parent, they ain't talking about somebody's kid. It ain't on no like Jerry Springer level type of shit talking. But they just out there having fun. Like Caitlin did, you can't see me. Angel pointed at her ring finger, and then all of a sudden that's a problem. Like
I don't think it's a problem because it's something that is needed for women's basketball. The eyes need to be on that. Eyes need to be on WNBA. We need these women can ball and they need to be shown that. So it's good.
Maybe I'm just different. I don't know.
I don't know what you want, bro.
Maybe I'm all about the game instead of getting involved in this tit for tat BS. Just play the game.
But you gotta love it. You gotta love it, man.
This is the same, bro.
This is like Cowboys and Eagles.
No, that's different.
Bro, do we need to remind you of your debut on this show?
Oh my goodness.
Lord.
Like, do we need to remind you all the time? Like D-Rec came on here trying to talk junk about your Eagles.
We might have new viewers, man. Chill out. I don't need to know the old me. Why you bringing up old stuff?
I know. Philly G,
I'm just
came in here, he was blah 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 blah.
Because I was on one, but
if any city in America is known for talking shit during a sporting event, it would be Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eagles fans is dirty.
All right, bro.
Eagles, 76ers, Phillies, like
fuck that. The
Sixers,
the wrestling fans, like what are we talking about here?
Sixers fans are really bad.
Shady said
the middle finger to I didn't mean to cut you off, host.
No, you're all right. But Shady said they're the worst. Shady said they're the worst fans.
He played there.
Yeah, he said they give him. He's seen Eagles fans give teams that work.
They were second only to Oakland. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, Philly's bad.
That's different because we haven't won many championships, so it's like it's different a little bit. I get what you're saying, but like it's the Philly way, and then there's everybody else's way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But Caitlin Clark, man, but you need this though, Philly. You really need this to put eyes and ears on.
Oh, and
on
I don't disagree with that. But
she set the bar. Both of them set the bar.
Can I speak on that real quick, host?
Sure. Yes, sir.
So to put into perspective the impact that women like Caitlin Clark and her rivalry with Angel Reese has brought to the women's game, for the first time in history, the women's national championship game got more viewers than the men's. The women's game drew in 18 million viewers to the men's 14.
It being sucked.
Damn.
That is saying something. And
I mean,
whether you like her trash
Shout out
talking
to
or
you,
not,
Yeah. Yeah.
whether you like
All
her
they had
trash
was
talking or
that.
not, that's all credit to Caitlin Clark
Yeah, absolutely.
and Angel Reese and Flajay Johnson.
And shout out to
And that
UConn.
was-
They
I think
won
that
that
was
championship back to
what I
back.
was
Shout out to
saying just
UConn.
now, Mark, as you were saying your
Steamroll.
statement, my man.
Yeah. Beat down.
We knew as far as the men's real quick, we knew who was gonna win. I knew who was gonna win. I had them in my damn bracket.
Yeah.
I had South Carolina and UConn for men's and women's.
Yeah.
And I was
knew they
correct.
gonna
I should have bet some money.
Yeah. You can see the Final Four. I was like, damn. Shout out to go ahead, Mark.
Why don't you bet on the next 49ers and Eagles game?
Oh, damn.
Oh, we'll win by $1 million. Don't worry about it.
Shout out to NC State, man. Shout out to Wolfpack.
Shout out to NC State.
Hell of a run.
NC State, man. NC State with the run,
I had them in
man.
one of my brackets too. But when that thing got busted, I said UConn got it. It's whatever. Zach Edey ain't doing nothing.
They beat Duke, bro. They beat the brakes out of Duke.
You sound so surprised. They beat UNC too. For all you UNC fans.
I can't talk, man. How ironic that I'm a Tar Heel fan, but Alabama Crimson Tide beat North Carolina. That's a guy. Boy, can't wait for losing.
I kept pointing at my banner that night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't represent y'all. Villanova wasn't in it at all.
Yeah. I got mad love for the University of Alabama basketball team, so I can't say
yes, you
do.
Yeah,
respect that, hey.
They tough, bro.
Football wise, not even close, but basketball, yeah.
I mean, it's all right.
Due to the game coming at you, Mark. All the money on the game.
That's all right, though, Mark. Gundy can always clean Saban's rings. That's as close as he'll get to one.
No, sir, I beg to disagree with you. The closest he got to one was a couple of inches in the 2022 Big 12 championship game, but that's another conversation for another day.
The end is college, women's college. Is Caitlin Clark the best
coming
of all
out?
Time? Is she the greatest of all time?
Hell no. Not by a long shot.
In college, women's college basketball?
She's one of the best.
One of the best?
One of the best, yes. In my opinion, the GOAT is and forever always will be Candace Parker. That's the GOAT to me.
That's the real GOAT.
She dominated.
She literally has dominated every level of basketball she's ever played.
Yes, she did.
And she won a championship in the city of Las Vegas as well. Shout out to Vegas.
2-time WNBA champ. 1-time MVP, I believe. So, the end with Caitlin Clark, man. She in her own, she is a great. She is a great. She's a dog, and
she's so good.
She's good.
There have been talks about either her, or I believe the last report that I saw was Steph and Clay. Like, you remember the competition they did last year between Steph and Sabrina Ionescu? They're talking about running that back, but this time it'd be the Splash Brothers against Sabrina and possibly Caitlin Clark. So,
that'd be good.
Hey, bro, if they do that, all due respect, go ahead and cancel the dunk contest. Take a year off. Or just give me that. Just give me that.
Make that last. Make that
right.
last. Yeah,
I don't care about nothing else.
You would lose a lot of viewers.
Yeah, you would.
They were to do that.
Oh, the dunk contest has been booty butt cheeks for years.
Yeah, I don't watch
Come on now.
I mean, I get that, but that's really why I watch it. I mean, I ain't watched last year, but I watched.
Somebody said to get on that real quick. Somebody said, I don't know who, I forgot who it was. Somebody said, once you have in the dunk contest to make it a little fresher, is have some guys that represent a player. So, like, let's just say, shoot a player out there. Let's just say Vince Carter. Have somebody from the G League. You know, I think these G League guys,
like
somebody that represent. And I don't know, man. Like, have former dunk champions have somebody that represent them, like a young guy or whatever. Because I look on Instagram, man, I said, damn, I'm seeing dunks I ain't never seen before from these young boys, like young motherfuckers. And boy. Then the only thing about it, they're not NBA players. But Some of the guys in the G League.
I don't know.
You know.
The only reason why I slightly disagree with you on that is because look at all the pushback and the we got when they announced Matt McGlung was going to be competing. They're like, but he's in the G League.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with that.
I mean, Mac was that dude when he was on the Blue Coast.
Yes.
So
we got to get better judges too, man. You got to get better judges. That was terrible.
Definitely.
I don't know what the hell Dwayne Wade was smoking that night, bro.
I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna never forget that man for that, bro.
That was terrible. A whole panel, man. I'm like, what? Shit, what? Oh my God, that's crazy.
They have Kenny on there talking about, let's go home. It's only the first round.
Yeah.
Hey, but I will say, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the college dunk contest they had last week, and that joint was entertaining. They need to get some of them boys up in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he
saying.
was doing 360 windmills and between the legs and joint in the first round. Like,
yeah,
that was fire.
You gotta put some fresh on it, man.
Playoff game with my boys.
Go to the streets, man. Go to Rucker Park. Go to them local joints and get some of those guys and let them be represented by NBA players.
Yeah. You can do that, and then whoever wins get a good little bag of money or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. But because I see these guys on the gram, I'm like, damn, they're like, whoa. Like,
I just think
the hops is insane. The hops is crazy.
They brought back the real All-Star game. Man, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. So that will put some fresh on it. And I'm gonna leave Caitlin along after this, but I wish her the best in WNBA. She's definitely she's on the big things and better things, and she's gonna do great. So moving right along here, last but not least, Bronny James. That is the son of the NBA all-time leading scorer, LeBron James. His son, Bronny James, declares for the NBA draft and enters the transfer. He enters the draft and he
declared for the draft and entered the transfer portal. By doing this, they have that grace period during the pre-draft process where dudes can talk to NBA teams, work out for them, get a feel for what their projections are, and then decide whether or not they want to stay in the draft or go back to school. So that's pretty much what he's doing.
So Bronny James will enter the NBA draft after one season at Southern Cal. That was shortened by his recovery from cardiac arrest. The 19-year-old son of LeBron James announced Friday on his Instagram account that he has plans to retain his college eligibility and enter the transfer portal. I know that bird always get me. I've had a year with some ups and downs, but all added to growth for me as a man, student, and athlete, James wrote. James posted his decision hours before USC was set to introduce Eric Musselman. Wow. Eric Musselman? Wow. As a new coach. That's crazy.
The coach that was there just left to take the job at SMU, I believe.
Facts. I did see that. I did see that. And he's saying it right now. He replaces Andy Enfield, who left on Monday to become coach at SMU. Bronny is his own man, the elder James said this week. He has some tough decisions to make. When he's ready to make those decisions, he'll let us know. But as a family, we're going to support wherever he does. James averaged 4.8 points and 2.8 rebounds while starting 6 of 25 games for the Trojans. He shot 37% from the field and 27% from three-point range and 68% for the free throw line. Let's go to Mr. Episode here. Is this the right decision for Bronny? Do you think?
Honestly, that's an impossible question for me to answer. Just because, to take a step back for a moment, we have to realize who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Bronny James is going to be under an insane amount of scrutiny, and unfair expectations, in my opinion, are going to be placed on him because of who his dad is.
Yeah.
People, I can't necessarily speak to it personally because I'm not a junior or a second generation at doing something, but just understanding it, I guess, from a wrestling perspective, you see a lot of second and third generation stars. Some of them work out, some of them don't. And a lot of the times when it comes to the ones that don't, it's normally because they have a big family name to live up to and they struggle to do that. So Like on one hand, I feel like he's gonna be judged unfairly no matter what he does. Whether if he would have averaged 20 points and had 10 rebounds a game, people would have been like, "Well, you're the son of LeBron James. You should be getting 40 and 20 a night or something unreal like that."
Yeah.
And then also you have to take into consideration he went into cardiac arrest and had a very serious cardiac event. And when you start talking about something dealing with the heart, that's a recovery that's incredibly tough to come back from, no matter who you are, no matter what your genetics are. The heart is the second most vital organ you have in your body outside the brain.
Very true.
So
yes, sir.
Between those two things, I really can't say if it was right or wrong. The only thing that I can compare it to would be Shareef O'Neal, who's the son of NBA Hall of Famer Shaq.
That's true.
He had open heart surgery during his collegiate career, declared for the draft, didn't get drafted, but is currently playing in the G League. Still recovering from his surgery, getting in basketball playing shape, and also getting to play against grown men. So that is an option for Bronny. If he doesn't get drafted, he can probably go into the G League. And I'm pretty sure teams will love to have him. I'm not trying to sound messed up by saying this, but dude has name value. He's going to put butts in seats because he's the son of LeBron James. So
that's very true.
The G League team will probably be chomping at the bit to gain the rights, his draft rights, so they can play him. But the only way I'll answer like this post, the main way to tell if it's the right decision is if it was something that he wanted to do. If this is what he feels like it's best for him, then like LeBron said, support him and whatever he does. If this is what he wants to do, that's the determination on if this is the right decision or not. Not based on stats, not based on draft prospects, none of that. Is he doing what he wants to do, what he feels like is in his heart? So
I totally agree with that. I totally agree on that. I totally agree. Whatever you say, a grown man, 19 years old. Well, I ain't say grown, but 19 years old, make that decision on your own, bro. But Philly G, if Bronny gets drafted, do LeBron follow him? Because that's his whole goal right now is or motive is to play with his son. And they will be the first father and son duo in the NBA. If he get drafted by the Detroit Pistons, do LeBron James go to play for the Pistons? Is that a good decision for LeBron? I know, bro. I know. They're the worst team, though. God damn.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
To answer that, though,
you want to go Charlotte? All right, you can go Charlotte. If you go Charlotte,
Detroit beat us.
Oh, damn. All right. So if he gets drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, do LeBron James go play for the Charlotte Hornets? The Lakers are not going to get him. So, well, he could because LeBron just got a lot of clout. But do LeBron follow him is my question to you, Philly G.
Or do Charlotte and James don't even sound good.
It don't.
But
damn.
That'd be a little weird, to be honest. Y'all let go of Kobe Bryant. But anyway.
Oh, boy.
As I was saying,
stuck on his little hard.
I don't think so.
Let me ask you this. Then, Philly G. Do you think he needs to stay at USC or transfer to another college? Do you think he needs to transfer?
Now that was the question I was hoping you would ask.
Okay.
If he feels that that's right for him, then do so. Also picking back a little bit of what Mark was saying, this man is coming back from a medical type of condition, cardiac arrest. That's not something you just, I'll be good, let's just go back into what I was doing. You can't just go hardcore. I know that there's schools that'll want to have him on their roster, but I think his best decision would be to stay with UFC. To be honest, see how it goes from there. You might be on the bench a little bit, like I said, because of his medical history right now. Which I don't know. Like he's gonna have expectations regardless of where he go. And as far as his dad going somewhere else, nah, I just don't see it. Stay with USC and see how it goes.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think he needs to go to another. I don't know. I mean, DeMar DeRozan.
It's a tough question. That's why I'm kind of.
It It is.
I mean,
Kyrie, all right, so
else,
listen.
he can make a name for himself and get away from his dad playing in LA.
See, he can't be a guy like Kyrie Irving who went Duke 1 year and he was out of here. Jason Tatum 1 year out of here. Zion Williamson 1 year out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys are different breeds. Different breeds, but him, I mean, like Mark mentioned with his heart. Like I think you need to. Me personally, if I was, this had to be advised or anything like that, just stay and develop your game because you're going into the NBA with a lot on your shoulders. Your dad is the NBA all-time leading scorer,
and he shouldn't have to go in with that on. It just so happens that his dad is LeBron James.
Exactly. Your dad is the face of the NBA. And but he needs to me personally, I would tell him if I had is to stay in college and get your game better because you're gonna have to build your own legacy when you build your own legacy.
I feel like
go ahead. No.
Finish. You sure?
Yeah.
I was gonna say to add on to that host is he's already started his own legacy by going to college. His dad didn't go to college. He came straight out of high school. That's how raw his dad was. And that was a different time period. But at the same time, if he does stay and develop his game, good. If he was to transfer to another school and still do that plan, staying in college, which I think will be better for him because I'm one of those guys that like to have players stay at least 3-4 years to develop their game in college.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen no more, and that's why
it's a shame.
That's a whole different can of worms.
I don't know. It happened in Duke,
but
it happened in Duke this year. Their average age of their starting players was younger than actually older than the starting average for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah,
but that's fine.
With NIL dudes are staying in college longer.
Like that seems better though, because that gives them more time to develop their game, or if they need to develop on something, it gives them more time to develop on that. By the time they get to the NBA, health wise, you want to make sure that you're good, but you'll be so ahead of many people right now that are still young in the NBA that went before you. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
I think so
you'll
too.
Be so far ahead.
Right, and again, what Mark pointed out, man, this is hard. You got to slow roll it. Don't jump in there like you said. Jump in there and you playing against bigger men, faster, stronger. Like you got heart problems, so you're not going to slow roll it.
On top of that could be hard for breathing too.
There you go.
Go hardcore back into it.
Yeah,
you have to walk yourself back into it and get right.
Slow roll it,
man. What sport do we know requires more cardio than basketball?
Exactly. I mean, it's constant back and forth. But he could, if he wanted. Now, I agree with him going to the portal. USC doesn't have a strong basketball system. They're not known
at least
that.
Right now.
Right now. DeMar DeRozan is the only one I know that went to USC, as far as, of course, we know they got a great football program, but so as far as basketball, I mean, now I don't know about the basketball thing. He needs to go. He needs to go somewhere where basketball is more influenced, like Duke or North Carolina, Miami, Oklahoma, Kansas.
Oklahoma's actually
Oklahoma's decent.
School,
they're decent in basketball.
He could go to Rock Chalk if he wanted to and go to the Jayhawks. Kentucky.
He go to Kansas. Yeah, Kansas, Kentucky. He could I don't know if Calipari is gone, so he probably go to Arkansas or somebody like that.
Arkansas. Yeah. It's so many schools. Like, you making faces, but there's more schools that are better in basketball than Oklahoma.
Yeah, he needs to go to
it's sad.
I wouldn't want him to come to my school. Right now, my school kind of sucks at basketball,
but the thing is, the team is on the come up. I didn't even know that y'all had a basketball program until you mentioned it. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being real. Okay. I thought y'all were just strictly football and other sports. Just being honest. When they said
Oklahoma, he can go to Villanova. Villanova has a basketball.
I would love to have him if we had a great coach.
See what I'm saying?
Don't do that.
He needs to go to. I mean, I'm just saying. I know I keep saying he needs to.
He can go to UConn.
Somewhere that has a great basketball base.
Penn State.
USC is not. USC is more football traditionally.
Yeah,
You
they've always been little brother when it came to basketball. Because
absolutely.
UCLA is one of the air quote blue bloods of college basketball. So
UCLA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Russell Westbrook, Reggie Miller, the list goes on. Baron Davis? Baron Davis went there. I mean, come on. Yeah. Something like that. Go to UCLA. Why not? I mean, come on, man. Like Arizona, James Harden. You know what I mean? I ain't go to schools that have basketball.
Well, Arizona State.
Why not? You know, go to these places and go develop so that way, like you said, Mark said, you know, I agree with Mark, man. That heart, man, you got to take care of it nowadays, man.
Got to take it easy, man.
Gotta take it easy, bro.
That's not a game.
And we don't want to see another Reggie Lewis incident back in the day. You don't want to see that. Yeah.
My big concern with him is not only is he facing the scrutiny from being LeBron's son, you also have those people who are saying his little brother is a better basketball player than he is also.
Very true. I heard that too.
So he's facing pressure from both ends, man. It's just, again, like I said, basketball is his passion. That's what he wants to do. I would say go for it. Yeah. But I got to be real with you. If I was him and knowing like the scrutiny I'd be facing because of who my dad is, I probably wouldn't want anything to do with basketball, to be real with you, just for the sake of my own anxiety. But go different.
A guy like Steph Curry can really talk to him because Steph Curry, you know, is the son of Dale Curry, one of the greatest shooters of all time. And you know, you come in there, you got a lot on your shoulder because your dad is Dale Curry. So that means
not even just Steph Curry. I mean, his brother Seth.
Exactly. Him too.
He's playing at a level that I think goes.
Look at
it's right underrated.
Seth, Seth, comparing the family tree, Seth is in the position of Bronny, but Steph is more in the position of Bryce, where the younger brother is really good, and some people saying it's better than the older brother. So
it's kind of like them balls.
Same situation there too. Like all jokes aside, a pretty similar situation. So he has people he can talk to. He can talk to, you know, hell, he can talk to his own dad.
About LaMelo is better than Lonzo.
I was about to say that. LaMelo is better than Lonzo.
Yeah, LaMelo is better than Lonzo.
Probably better than Angelo.
He's the best out of the family. LaMelo.
Yeah.
He's the best. Yeah. I mean.
And Lonzo's another person that can speak to him because he had recent health.
Yeah, unreal expectations too, boy.
Yeah.
LeBron James
unreal.
He has the support. Again, and his dad is facing the NBA, all-time leading scorer, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, the guy, man, just take it easy, bro. Take it easy and get some more game in you. You only averaging 4 points a game. You only started 25 collegiate. You're not even on you even played on a high level yet. You know what I'm saying?
In defense of those stats, though, I think we have to take those stats with a grain of salt because he did miss a significant amount
that's what I'm saying.
Training because of that situation.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to stay, man, because you still got to develop. You just can't jump in the league like that. I don't give a damn if your last name Jordan. You know, you can't do it. Go ahead, Philly.
You're gonna ride that bench for a minute, man.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that. But because of the health, if the coach is doing it right, he's gonna be on the bench for a little bit. But during that time, develop and get your stuff right. And when that time comes, you'll know.
I would want to. Even when I tried out for Central Florida Community College, and I didn't want to I was nervous, you know. You got to prepare yourself for that, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to
He was out there looking like Tyson Chandler and Jason Kidd. What you talking
about? Hell no. You got to prepare yourself because you're doing a lot of running, bro. You're doing a lot of running. You got to, I mean, and playing on the collegiate, just playing pickup with college guys. It's like, damn. And they like street. Like these dudes is like, wow, you know, and they hitting you with bowls and they strong and they fast. You going up for a layup and next thing you know, they right there. You like, damn, where you come from? You know what I mean? So quickly. And again, I keep saying what Mark was going to say about their heart, man. You got to have your timing right. Just work. You just need to work. Just get up under somebody like Rick. You go to St. John's, Rick Pitino. I don't give a damn how shitty the school is.
Talking shit about his players, shit.
But the mind. What I'm getting at is the mind.
But he's a competitive coach, and that's why I felt like like I said, it's a different conversation. But real quick, Big E should have had more teams in the playoffs. But anyway, going back to Bronny, he can definitely go out to St. John's or a Big East school and
I don't care where he go. He just need to go to somebody with a good basketball campaign that can really help him.
Like develop. I personally believe he could just come from the West where his dad is playing. Not to say like he wants to be separated from his dad or whatever.
Go to UCLA.
Kind of or that.
It's a medical school. I believe. I think it's medical.
It is. They are known for their medical program. A lot of the basketball schools are like them, Duke, Maryland.
Maryland, there you go. You can go to Maryland. Yeah, think about that. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
My only concern with him going to college, though, especially one of the programs that we just mentioned, he's still gonna have eyeballs on him no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
If he goes to the G League
forever,
it'll be less eyes on him scrutinizing.
That's fine. He can have all those. They can have all the expectations. At the end of the day, he's gonna be Bronny, and he's gonna have his own legacy. Telling you,
I feel that.
Just because of that, I'm gonna say this now. He's gonna be a 2-time champion in the NBA, no matter where he goes.
Hey,
I mean, Tyus Jones got a couple titles, so why not?
It's in his DNA, man, to be great. I mean, it's only right for him. The guy, like, he got so much of a supporting circle, not just because his dad, but because of his dad, because he got so much potential and so many key components that can help him get better. I just want him to stay so he can get better. I'm not trying to hold him back. No, I'm not doing that. I want the guy. I want the guy to develop. So, because like Mark and you, Philly, both of y'all said that he's gonna have eyes on him because of who his dad is. But you scratch all that because I know it's gonna get aggravating. Like, I'm not my dad. I'm Bronny. And then so now you got to go out here and tell them who Bronny is. So in order to do that though, but you got to start from you can't get to the top without hitting the bottom first. So you got to go start from the basics and then go forward. Because like Mark said, you trying to jump into a league of giants, and you ain't really right now, health-wise and probably mental-wise. I don't give a damn who your dad is. And if you go
this is taking a toll on him.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's my concern. That's why I keep pushing him to go to the G League. Cause
there you go.
You ain't gonna be on TV. You ain't gonna be like getting your highlights broken down on Sports Center and all that stuff.
Well, damn, Mark, you ain't gotta say it like that.
It's facts though, because Shaq's son is in the G League. Pippen.
Literally, I didn't know Shaq's son. I didn't know what G League team he played for until one night he just so happened to be on the G League team that was going up against Victor Wembanyama before he got to the NBA. Like, again, G League don't get no television coverage. They don't get no social media coverage either. So if he went there, he basically be able to fly under the radar and get better. Versus if he goes to one of those big time college programs where the eyes of the country are going to be on him.
Exactly, exactly, man. And that's why I'm like this, bro. Like, Jesus, it's just the pressure, Mark.
Hey, man,
I can imagine what this guy gonna feel when he ain't lying. That man, he gonna need all kind of anxiety pills. What's it called? Anxiety. You gonna need all that, bro.
You can laugh. I know that joint by name.
I know you do. I was like, damn, you get all that out quick. But yeah, he gonna need every bit of it, bro. I mean, when I say every bit, he gonna need every bit because the nerves of this guy is what he's gonna have is gonna be insane for him to hit the court like that. And your dad, even if he get drafted by the Lakers, he still got to play with his dad. So that means I ain't gonna say he got to keep up with him, but goddamn, the Lakers got so much prestige. You're gonna have to ball. You got to ball.
Yeah.
God about it. Bronny. Just take your time, bro. If anybody's sitting this to Bronny, if you seeing this, Host ain't trying to hold you back. Philly G ain't trying to hold you back. Mr. Episode ain't trying to hold you back. Bro. We're all behind you. Just slow roll it,
take
bro.
It easy.
Slow roll it.
Slow.
The NBA is there. The money is there. All that is there. Don't worry about it.
It's always gonna be there.
Chill.
Especially for Bronny James, it's gonna be there.
Damn.
You're gonna be all right.
That's it.
I believe it.
Just go get back.
Hopefully he becomes a sticker. We need somebody.
Word.
Hey, bro, you want LaMelo Ball?
Listen, man, don't play with me. Because, listen, I've been playing 2K. I got LaMelo on the Sixers. We about to go 82-0. All right.
Must be nice.
It's
nice. Great. We got Tyler Halliburton, too. So.
Damn. All right, Bronny. Again, take it easy. Take it easy.
The Sixers are waiting for you. Don't worry about it.
Like John Legend said, bro, take it slow.
Take it slow. Oh. That is. Look at the Piggy G.
Oh, look, my host is singing, bro.
No, bro, I ain't doing that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Sports to Talk About, man. You already know. Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications. Shout out to Darrell. I got to give a shout out to Darrell, man, for again coming through last Saturday. Go check him out on Between the Numbers Sports Podcast on YouTube, man.
No birds, baby.
Logical Eagle fan you'll ever meet in your life. I swear to God.
No birds,
I ain't never heard a more logical Philadelphia Eagles take on this show in the 4 years I've been here.
Damn.
He did say that,
take
bro.
that as disrespect, though.
Nah, bro, don't take
I'm giving props to an Eagles fan. How can you get mad at that?
Yeah.
Coming from
You gonna get mad at me for speaking nice about an Eagles fan? Is that what you're doing, Philly G?
No, wait, no. It just sounds sly coming from you.
Also, the real man. He said it was good talking to y'all. He had a good time. He shouted out in the comments or whatever. I emailed him. We talked or whatever. I'm gonna have him back. He's definitely coming back. He said he's definitely coming back. I don't know when we're gonna set that up. I wanted to catch him around about draft time, but he said he got to work. But damn. But I'm gonna get him. He said he want to definitely come back. But again, check out Darrell over at Between the Numbers Sports Podcast. Between the Numbers, and he covers college football, man. So I'm gonna send Mark and Rockstar Rock over there to help him out. Man. They put on a banger show like they normally do, man. So, all right, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. And why not? We ain't gonna see him for a while, so we got Mr. Episode.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Y'all know what I'm about to say, so go ahead and get ready for it. There is no other place anywhere in media that is going to give you the wide variety of sports coverage that we give you on the Real to Sports podcast. We cover the UFL, we cover the NFL, the NBA, the WNBA, women's college basketball, men's college basketball, college football. Every sport that's played in this great United States of America, we cover it on this show. Nobody else is going to do that for you. Not Sports Center, not NBA TV, not NFL Network. You only going to get that on the Real to Sports podcast. So come on back, hit that like button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a great episode of sports coverage brought to you by the Real to Sports podcast. Come on, y'all.
I'm dead, bro.
I don't know what we do without this episode, man. God dang, 2 weeks, man. God dang, man.
Hey, man, you be all right.
I'll be all right. God almighty. Oh, man. It's all good, though. It's all good. Hey, man, we'll be back in the building this Saturday with more NFL, NBA news to talk about, man. So come pull up on us Saturday, 1 p.m. live right here on YouTube. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to the Trigger. Trigger couldn't make it tonight, man.
Trigger, man.
Justin. And shout out to the MVP, the Deuce. Shout out to the Deuce, man. So we're going to get on about it here, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of, y'all know the saying, you know what I'm saying. Be safe and stay safe. And on behalf of myself, host Philly G, Philadelphia's favorite son, and Mr. Episode. We out.